everybody! Welcome. It's Lady Nakazawa here, and today we're going to be getting into some VTuber news. But before we do, please make sure to smash subscribe, hit the like, ring the bell. And guys, if you really enjoy Lydia Nakazawa content, head on over to Twitch. And if you're at work, leave me a lurk. Okay, guys, on to our very first piece of Newsy news. This is Gura, and Gura is a female English-speaking virtual YouTuber associated with Hololive, debuting in 2020 as part of Hololive English's first-generation myth. So why are we talking about Gura? Well, guys, some interesting, sussy things have been happening. This is posted on Ohio My Brother's X account, and it says Gura, who has been appointed as a Tokyo tourism ambassador, has suddenly disappeared from the official list of ambassadors, sparking discussion. So you can see here, this is Gura here, like in the promo, but if you go to the most recent promo, Gura is no longer present. So it's raising a bit of concerns among the fans. So let's take a look at what Reddit got to say. Electric Pear says, Gura mentioned it 4 months ago in a membership stream that she's pulling out from lots of projects and merch. She was also originally part of the Cheer Up campaign, but got replaced by Callie. It's also why she got removed from the Eurobeat thingy that Hololive did 5 months ago. Hoyo says, understandable, there's no point in being a Tokyo tourism ambassador when you're not doing much for it. So if you are a fan of Gura, you'll probably notice that she hasn't really been streaming a whole lot lately. So this is a more recent stream that she did participate in. And this is a clip from that stream posted on SMKTKJ's channel saying, this is why Gura kind of vanished after the Hololive Fest 2025. So let's take a quick listen here.
I got really sick after Fest, which is kind of why I vanished.
Well,
and then
this is better than nothing.
I also had a lot of stressful things going on, I guess. Stressful, like, company stuff going on.
Okay.
And then, to add on to everything, I adopted another kitty! So,
Aww.
I've been juggling really badly. Like,
Well, it's an honest living.
I'm juggling okay, but it's hard juggling.
So anyways, guys, looks like after HoloFest, Gura got a little bit sick and had to deal with some company stuff and also adopted a new cat. So that's kind of the reason why she's kind of been a little bit MIA as of late. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think of her being removed from the Tokyo Tourism Ambassador? Is this something that is maybe paving the way for a bigger thing that might be happening? Or do you think that this is a nothing burger? Let me know in the comments. Okay, guys, on to our next piece of Newsy news. This is Brave Group. And Brave Group, formerly known as Unlimited Inc., is a Japanese holding company dedicated to the creation and production of animated content. Brave Group, they own a lot of different companies. But in regards to this particular story, they do own Idol Corp and V4 Mirai. Okay, so why are we talking about Brave Group? Well, guys, Brave Group has done some sussy stuff over the weekend. So let's take a look here. So this is posted on the virtual YouTuber subreddit by Sir Cod saying, Idol Corp / Brave Group staff member Lonnie terminated without cause speaks out against management. So this is the link to the tweet here. So this is Lonnie's X account, and Lonnie says, regarding my termination from Brave Group US. So let's take a read through. It says, hello everyone, this is Lonnie. You may have noticed I'm no longer with Brave Group US. Internally, it was presented as a resignation. I want to be clear, this was not voluntary. I was terminated without warning, without performance concerns, and without cause. In the time following my termination, I discovered internal recordings in which senior executives, including Brave Group's US CEO, operations director, and lead producer, discussed fabricating an NDA breach to justify letting me go. These conversations didn't center around my conduct or any real issue. They focused on how to control the narrative, minimize scrutiny, and remove me quietly without accountability. To be clear, I was never presented with evidence that I breached NDA, nor was I given any opportunity to respond to a concern. Had there been any issue, or if anything I said was misunderstood or misrepresented, I would have addressed it professionally if given the chance. Instead, I was met with silence. Then a termination agreement requiring me to surrender my public-facing accounts, waive my legal rights, and stay quiet or risk reputational damage. I requested additional severance in light of what I discovered, and I asked to be allowed to make a public statement to protect my reputation. Brave Group's legal counsel informed me that speaking publicly about these events would result in claims of slander against me, and that any severance offer would be revoked. While I intended to handle this privately, I felt a responsibility to speak up now because of their actions and their attempt to silence me. I believe the actions taken against me show a pattern of bad faith, collusion, intimidation, and retaliation. As the administrator of internal systems and a direct witness to these discussions, I feel responsibility to protect future employees, contractors, and talents who might otherwise face this kind of treatment without recourse. I want to make this clear. I've always prioritized the well-being of the talents I work with. I still support them, and I'm proud of everything they have worked so hard to build. This is not personal. This is about accountability ethics, and protecting people. Please do not direct anger or harassment towards Brave Group talents or support staff. They were not a part of these decisions. I have provided my legal counsel with the recordings and the transcripts. Thank you for reading, Lonnie. So it's like, oh my God, this is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. So Lonnie continues to say, please do not direct anger or harassment at any Brave Group talents or support staff. They were not involved in the discussions. This is about executive misconduct, not the creators. So then in response to this, Legal Mindset says, I'm glad you retained a lawyer. While it's possible that termination without cause may be legal, there can also be expenses or costs to be recovered. Beyond that, it sets a horrible precedent for those considering working with this corporation in the future. Okay, so let's see what some of the good people on Reddit got to say. Emily Visa says, honestly, post-Brave merger is only real positivity I heard from the talent was how supportive and amazing Lonnie was. Her being terminated probably speaks volumes about what is happening behind the scenes. Christman says, I just wanted happy corporate VTubers, not stress balls and ungrateful employers. Fishman says, over the last few months, something has been sus AF over at Brave Group USA, considering the Idol and V4 Mirai demonetizations. Cootie says, if it's true, easy wrongful term lawsuit, especially if she got any copies of those supposed conversations. Lunar Edge says, why do corpos keep doing cringe shit, man? Might see a downfall after Lani is down. So in response to Lonnie's post, Katarina Cutie comments, Lonnie, I'm so sorry this happened to you. You are the best manager I've worked with. I deeply apologize for the way you were treated. I know how it feels like when the power is being taken from you. I know that you will be so good in whatever you choose to do. And then McGuire says, all I will say for now is that Lonnie is by far the best VTuber corporate staff member and manager I have had the pleasure of meeting and working with. This blatant and outright betrayal is genuinely shocking, and I cannot even effing begin to voice my pure and utter effing disappointment at this situation. So to continue the story, this is posted on the Kudosanji subreddit posted by AJ Shell, saying, in case you were wondering what happened to Abby Kadabra of V4 Mirai. And you're like, okay, who's Abby Kadabra? So Abby Kadabra was a female English-speaking virtual YouTuber affiliated with V4 Mirai, debuting as part of his first generation of Christialis. Okay, so why are we talking about Abby? So Abby of V4 Mirai became Susie Lum. So Susie says, I legally cannot say that this happened to me, but Brave Group is not looking good right now. I feel slightly vindicated. Sorry. So this is an additional statement from Susie. And Susie says, my statement about this situation. I hope this amplified Lonnie's message and shed some light on certain corporate dynamics. Statement about my experiences with Redacted. If you see where the story is going, you know who Redacted is. Thanks to everyone who has shown support for Lonnie and I. It truly means so much. Sorry I took my post down. I'm trying to be more careful with my words. I genuinely spent 6 months crying after everything, and I can't emotionally handle having to fight off the bad guys again. I just ask that you stay aware. Many creators and staff in this space are quietly enduring mistreatment by individuals in position of power. Promises like I'll make your dreams come true can sometimes come from people who view talents as disposable, not as human beings deserving of respect and transparency. I'm incredibly grateful that someone has found the strength to speak up. It helps shed light on things that have remained hidden for far too long. As for me, I'm still scared to fully share my own story. I've seen how some of my peers have already suffered while working with this company, and I worry that if I speak out, it could somehow make things even harder for the people I care about. I wish I could do more, I really do, but I'm terrified that my actions could have unintended consequences for others. This is about as much as I can share. But please, listen when people speak up. What they're saying might sound unbelievable, but sometimes the truth really is that outrageous. Best, Susie. So let's see what some of the people on Reddit got to say. Never Pre-Order says, I legally can't say this happened to me. Bruh, you're saying it. Blaz Zed says, okay, now this is really not good. It would seem like the vagueness I criticized in Lonnie's tweet is likely due to legal bindings and fear of retaliation. I guess calling out the silencing attempt is the most she can or feels secure enough to say at this time, maybe because it wasn't something that was included in her contract. Hoping the best for their talents being, quote, saved from collapse by brave buyouts only to find themselves in another mess isn't something I'd wish onto any content creator just trying to survive and get support from a corpo. Purple Weekend says, once again, Rin, Junji, and Clover Midi had good reasons to leave, and I'm glad they still keep their IPs. But again, I feel bad for Fluffen Fox, Dog, and Rai/Ghost, though neither of them are doing very well, it seems sadly. Not keeping their IPs and also have their lives ruined by idle EM did so much damage to both their mental states, especially when compared to how happy the other three are. Delphinus says, everyone was kind of hoping that Brave would be another, quote, good agency so that Niji could be dismissed as just an outlier of the bad. And yet it's looking like it may be the other way around, sadly. This definitely isn't concrete evidence, but boy, is it concerning. Yeah, guys, this is such a frustrating and super disappointing thing to see. The roadmap for being a good corporate VTuber agency is so basic, and yet for some reason, they are all failing. It is disgusting. You need to have great talent and you need to support the great talent, okay? And that's really the only two things that you need to concentrate on. Why is this such a difficult concept? Why is treating human beings not as something disposable such a difficult concept? I don't understand it. It's so frustrating to me why these corporations keep effing up. It is so simple. Like, get good quality people in there and make sure your people are supported. In Canada, when you work for a corporation, if you work for them under 3 months, they can terminate you with no reason. If you work for someone for more than 3 months, they have to have a pretty good reason for terminating you. The fact that they're fabricating that she did an NDA breach is so disgusting. This is black company behavior, guys. I've gotten so much hate myself for just pointing out public information here, and it's so frustrating because they can do better, but they don't. Because the VTuber sphere is in the entertainment industry, there is an element of people being taken advantage of, which is not okay. The fact that so many people in this creative space are getting taken advantage of by corporations to the point of like mental breakdowns, to the point of people trying to harm themselves. This is not okay. Like I've said this before and I'll say it again. VTubing should not be a life-threatening profession. This is absolutely terrible what Brave Group is doing. They were trying to buy their way to the top and they expanded way too fast and they're letting good people slip through the cracks. Absolutely terrible behavior. Please keep an eye on this, guys, because this is something that is just going to get worse if they don't address it. Okay, guys, on to our next piece of Newsy news. This is Dooby 3D, and Dooby 3D is an independent female English-speaking VTuber. She debuted in October of 2024 and streams on both Twitch and YouTube. So why are we talking about Dooby? Well, guys, Dooby seems to be suffering a little bit from burnout. So this is posted on Dooby's community page on YouTube, and Dooby says, hello, just dumping some thoughts down below. Sorry for the lack of streams, not gonna lie, maybe 11 plus years of streaming, my brain is semi-fried on it. I don't know what to do, but I really appreciate all the support everyone has shown me. Thank you. I 100% don't want to quit, but it's okay to pause memberships until I figure out things properly. And I do feel like that time will come hopefully soon. If there's times where I'm not feeling well enough to stream, it weighs on my mind a bit. I'm probably letting you guys down, even though you're the ones who support and keep me going. I feel really lucky to have so many people that watch streams and care about me and the things I do. Thinking about lowering YouTube member prices for now. I'm also trying to figure out a better arrangement for personal/streaming stuff since sharing a living space with others drains me so bad, but it just makes the most sense in a lot of ways. But sometimes it feels like there's so many people relying on me, and although that should be a motivator, I keep curling up into a ball trying to shut everything out by reading or playing games, yet not enough energy or comfortable enough to stream how I want. I know I overcomplicate things and my mindset on streaming, but it feels like there's so much to consider overall. How streams are presented, how I present myself, carefully choosing words, trying to stay upbeat and full of energy despite other things. There's part of me that still craves the carefree attitude that came so easily before, but I don't really have any ideas on how to get there again. I've always tried to be more bubbly and sunshiny on stream, especially since I want to cheer up those watching. But in a way, I feel like that's also been difficult, but well, all of this is probably better said to a professional or something laughing my ass off, but I also want to type it out and be upfront since maybe there's a step in the right direction somehow. Anyways, thank you again. Sorry for breaking the fourth wall to speak. Hope it's not too much of a read. Also, I just downloaded OSRS, thinking about trying it on stream. Bring me back to the good old days. So Dooby continues to say, I'll add some extra text really quick because why not already open this can of worms? To be able to provide support to people in life has really been a dream come true, and I just wanted to add that. Opening up about something online is actually daunting. People might pick something specific to blame based on things I myself have talked about, but life isn't that black and white. But I'm seriously so lucky to be surrounded with good people, chat, friends, family included. I just have my own issues really, LOL. Weird example, but I see Markiplier and other creators being more open about their mental states or slightly more personal things, so I thought maybe I should try that too. Anyways, I still have some solutions in mind to try and get back into the ideal spot for making content. In the meantime, I will stream on days that feel good and keep diligently cooking in the background. Okay, so let's see what some of the people on YouTube got to say. Kalasad says, please never apologize for breaking the fourth wall. It's good to be reminded that their favorite content creator is a fellow human with limits too. It's healthy for communities to stay rooted in reality so we all stay empathetic towards each other. I think your fans will appreciate what you give to the world, Doob, no matter the quality or how often it is. Do what you need for yourself, girl. So Dooby, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, because it's really important to keep in mind that, like, at the end of the day, we're all like squishy human beings on the other side of these avatars, right? And we all have our struggles, and it's important to remember that. And when your Oshis are feeling this way, please engage, please go support them, because now is the time they need the support. When they're feeling down and when they're feeling kind of out, it's really important that you support them. What I'm trying to say is mental health is such an important thing in VTubing that we really need to consider. And honestly, having creators speak out about it just makes it a little bit more normalized. And I think that's really important. On to our next piece of news. This is Komachi Panko. And Komachi Panko is a female English language virtual YouTuber and a member of FaZe Connect's second generation FaZe Alliance. So why are we talking about a Panko? Well, guys, Panko has a little update as well. So Panko's posted this on her YouTube community page. And Panko says, Hi, Ringos. Just wanted to give a little update on my health and streaming stuff. This is going to be a long, rambly post, but I don't want to leave you guys hanging or make you wait around with false hopes, especially since I just got back from a trip. I don't remember if I mentioned it before, but on top of my hands and arms hurting, my legs and back started acting up too this month. It made me almost regret booking that trip, but most things weren't refundable, so I went anyway. Honestly, no regrets so far. It was a really lovely trip. Somehow, I even had a couple of pain-free days, which felt like a miracle. The doc thinks that it might be due to bad posture, but I need a bunch of tests to figure out what is really going on to rule out anything weird. Mentally, I've been at a pretty low point, probably the lowest I've ever been, to be honest. And with my body hurting on top of that, it's super hard to bring myself to stream and my usual silly self. So for now, streams will be guerrilla and probably kind of sporadic until things get better. I'm sharing this all with you, not just for info, but because being honest with you guys helps me feel a little less like I'm letting everyone down. I really wish my body was stronger, but I'm hopeful I can sort this out and come back to streaming, playing fun games with you again. There's so many games I've been wanting to stream, and I keep getting hit with FOMO seeing everyone and their mom playing them. And I'm just here like, by the time I play this, no one's going to care anymore. But I'm trying not to dwell on that, instead focus on the healing first. Even being able to play again will feel like a huge win. Lastly, thank you truly for sticking with me and supporting me through this. It means the world. So let's see what some of the people on YouTube comments got to say. Exomer says, take care, Panko. You being healthy is more important. Keep your head up and don't worry. We will always wait for you. Thanks for the update. Get well soon. Zero says, you haven't let anyone down, Panko. We just want you to get better. So relax and take care of yourself. Lime says, I'm really glad your trip turned out to be a good one. I'm sorry you're going through such a rough time, and I'm glad that you know how much the Ringos love and support you. However long the wait is, it'll be worth it just to have more fun streams with you. Panko love. So anyways, guys, if you are a fan of Panko, please make sure to go engage with this post and send her some love, okay? On to our next piece of Newsy news. This is Fluffen Fox. And Fluffen Fox, or Fen for short, is a female English language virtual YouTuber. She originally debuted in April 2022 as Fenru. Following her retirement in August of that year, she returned in March 2024. In September 2024, she re-debuted under the name Fluffen Fox. So why are we talking about Fluffen Fox? Well, guys, this is a post on the subreddit posted by Purple Weakness saying, burnout sucks, man. 3 failed return attempts really does this. It's still quite sad. So you can see here, this is a screenshot of Fluffen Fox's X account saying that these posts are protected. Only confirmed followers have access to Fluffen Fox's post and complete profile. So let's see what some of the people on Reddit got to say. CA Butler says, maybe she should take a longer break, if only to take a good long look at what she wants, if this is really what she wants. Not everyone is cut out for streaming to people for one reason or another. Anyways, guys, so long story short, Fluffen has set her account to private. Whether or not she will unprivate, this is something that we just need to keep our eyes peeled for. Okay, on to our next piece of Newsy news. This is Bonnie Barkswell. And Bonnie Barkswell is a female English-speaking virtual YouTuber and member of Globy as part of their second generation under the subgroup Solsta. So why are we talking about Bonnie? Well, guys, Bonnie has an announcement on her X. To celebrate my 1-year anniversary, I'm dropping my first ever solo cover for you this weekend. I am nervous. It's Beat Eater by Police Piccadilly. Please come cheer me on for the after party to follow. There's just a little preview. So this is the waiting room here for Bonnie. It premieres in 5 days. So if you are a fan, make sure to go check that out. Okay, guys, on to our next piece of Newsy News. This is KATTERINA Cutie. And KATTERINA Cutie is an independent female English-speaking virtual YouTuber. She was previously part of Idle EN's Generation Zero Genesis. So why are we talking about KATTERINA Cutie? Just to give you some context, this was posted on KATTERINA's X on October 1st, 2024, where she got into a car accident. So this is just a further update into that more recently. So this is posted on April 12th, and KATTERINA says, update, the woman who I hit was wrongfully reversing, and that caused the crash. She tried to blackmail me, and it says, quotes, pay me $2K and we can forget about it. So I won't involve insurance, and tried to make it as if I was wrong. So I've sued her. Not only that, I won, and she has to pay to fix my car. So this is a very positive update on KATTERINA's end because blackmail ain't cute, guys. Okay. So anyways, guys, long story short, if you are a fan of KATTERINA, make sure to engage with this post just to give her some support, because obviously lawsuits are no fun. No fun at all. Okay, guys, and that's it. That's the end of the VTuber Newsy News. However, I do have someone for the VTuber Spotlight. This is Mia FENIMORE, and Mia is your British mechanic extraordinaire. Trust me. So this is Mia on X. This is Mia on Twitch, and this is just a funny clip from Mia. Let's take a listen.
Greetings, milady. Can I interest you in a free bottle of water and fish and chips? Perhaps a finest beef Wellington as well. Would you care for some, milady?
All right, guys, so that is Mia. So go check out Mia on Twitch. And this is Mia on X. Okay, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And if you'd like to support me, head on over to Throne. And I am currently trying to crowdfund this computer case. So if you are able to, that would be super fantastic. And guys, if you really love Lady Nichols, head on over to Twitch and come watch me. And if you're at work, leave me a lurk. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Mwah! Bye-bye. Let's see if we can sneak one more in. Come on, can we get it in? Okay, and... oh my god. Okay, all right, yes! Yes! Ah! yes! 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 Suck it, Larry! Player defeated champion Larry! No! It can't be! You beat me at my best? After all that work to become a league champ? Marina's over already? It's not fair! They got $6,300 dollars for winning. Oh my god. I am a Pokemon Master! Why? Why did I lose? I never made any mistakes raising my Pokemon. Darn it! You're the new Pokemon League champion. Although I don't like to admit it. Congratulations, Lydia. You and your Pokemon are Hall of Famers. Oh my god! Yes! Yes! We're famous, chat! We're famous! Saving, don't turn off the power. Okay, I won't. Oh my god, Coyote! Dominator! Hagfish! Koryojo! Andy! And Knight! Oh my goodness!